What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, everybody? So we are back again for another episode review. I hope y'all remember that this shit came on tonight. I'm sorry to call this shit. I'm just still frustrated that they put it on a Saturday. Girl, why my eyebrow got that little thing in the middle? What's going on, boo boo? What happened? Any fucking way, they still look good. So we picking up where we left off last week, last week with the whole thing that happened with between Quiet, Mariah, and Heavenly. Okay, so you got Quad was answering a question from Toya. Then Mariah wanted to say, but you got to tell your friends anything. You need to tell we just want to know anything that's going on. Technically speaking, you don't have to tell her anything what's going on in your relationship if you don't want to give that information out. You're not privy to it. You're not obligated to it. I don't understand what it is about these girls that they don't understand that. And then at this point, that's when Heavenly wants to interject and say, she ain't got to say nothing. She ain't got to say nothing. She ain't got to say nothing. Okay? And that just takes the knife from being right here to right here. And then you got Mariah breaking the glass. Then you got Heavenly calling her mama. And then you got Damon going off on Aiden because all Aiden said was, yo, just leave the family out of it. Okay? And at this moment in time, everybody like, what the fuck is going on? Okay? So basically, everybody's reconvening in the next morning, and they trying to figure out everything that happened. I will say, quiet. Whatever hair that was that you had, when y'all woke up that next morning, then y'all came down, y'all went and got into the little water, whatever, while you was waiting for the food. Keep that hair because it was nice on you. Okay, I don't know if it was yours, probably wasn't, but it was nice on you. You know, we coming off this whole thing with Contessa, she feeling better. And let me just say something, because some people was trying to make it seem as if Contessa up here just playing around. How come she get hit in the titty and then, she acting like she in so much pain, but then you got your kids playing all on your chest. On each of those episodes where those kids was all up on her chest, we saw her wincing in pain, okay? And in some of them things, she was very fresh out of surgery. So I don't think she was faking about that. Bitch, let me tell you something. She said the swelling went down some. You have to prop your shit up and you have to be still for a while for that swelling to start going down. Bitch, trust and believe I know, because when my knee got fucked up, my shit swole the fuck up, okay? And then I had to prop that shit up for a day or so and it started going down or whatever. But I just got to say some stuff, okay? They down there, and I'm finna skip over some shit because I'm just really want to get to what I really want to get to. Okay, everybody talking, whoop-de-woo, they reminiscing about what happened the night before and how, what's his fault? Eugene got them some honey, the men or whatever. And so everybody's coming downstairs and they trying to, get together, and the guys get together. We get the guys talking, okay? Let's just talk about this conversation. Damon and Aiden, they honestly don't have no reason to be pissed off at each other. And when I was saying last week was, I'm not on team nobody because everybody in that situation was wrong. Okay? Everybody in that situation was wrong. Mariah was wrong for trying to insert herself once again, interjecting into somebody else's conversation, inserting herself, trying to make somebody say something that they're not ready to say, and then for breaking that glass, okay? She couldn't control herself. Heavenly was wrong because Heavenly once again brought up that girl's mother. Heavenly once again threw out the fact that she's supposed to be in therapy and she's supposed to be working on her anger issues, and she went over and beyond and she was just doing too much. Damon was wrong because he attacked, I ain't gonna say he attacked, but he was about to beat Aiden's ass, okay? And then, Aiden probably had the least liability in this whole thing because he was just telling them, he sat there and let them do what they had to do. And after watching it on the second time or whatever, he just literally said no mamas, okay? I don't see no reason why you got to get upset at that, but maybe it was the heat of the moment, so hey, it is what it is with that. But like I said, they was all wrong. Everybody has some type of blame in it, and I'm not team this, team that, or whatever. Moving on from that, so the men, the men are able to get into fights, not even real fights, get into arguments, get into semi-debates, get into each other's feelings for a second, and then snap out of that shit right like that. Okay? Damon, they was all confused about what happened between Damon and Aiden. Cecil said to Damon, shit, when I found out what was going on, before I found out what was going on, I thought that Aiden had said some foul shit to you, and then when I found out that all he was saying was, it's don't bring the family in it or whatever. Y'all can do what y'all gonna do, but just don't bring the family or whatever. And it was like, okay, why are you getting upset at him like that? And Damon explained, he was embarrassed about what happened and all that stuff, and he apologized for his actions. And he was like, Aiden, I really feel like you're a really cool dude, and I don't want to risk our friendship over that. And I apologize. David ain't being no shit back. It was, I really feel like it was the heat of the moment. And he said he was trying to stop stuff from going down or whatever the fuck, but it had already went down. And I just feel like they just got into the heat of the moment, and he just got caught up in the furway and the bullshit with his wife, and that's what it was. That's what it was. He was just bouncing back off the wife, and I feel as though, honestly, Damon was sitting there along with Aiden and everybody else, seeing what was going on with Heavenly and Mariah getting on that on his wife. And when she broke that glass, you can't, they say, oh, you're gonna be bitch made if you talking, if a man going back and forth arguing with a woman or whatever. So instead of arguing with Mariah, he took it up with Aiden. That's what it felt like. But they got over that shit. Then the girls are outside in the pool and they having a good time. Then here come Contessa. Contessa. Now, baby, I was on your side for a second on something, okay? Last week, she did not say that bitch did that shit on purpose. She said, I hope she didn't do it on purpose. That's a difference in, meaning, okay? This week, in your confession, which was filmed after the trip, after the season and all this stuff was filmed, because they come back a few days before they put the season out and they film all the confessionals, okay? That means that everything has already taken place. That means that Toya has already given you this apology and told you that she did not do that shit on purpose. You still sat there up in that confessional and you sat there and you said that bitch did it on purpose. Now, let me just tell you something this. I said that last week. You didn't say that shit. Okay, you didn't say that shit on that trip, and you ain't said right then and there, but you saying it now up in this confessional, and I think that's wrong as shit. Okay, I really think that's wrong as shit, because I honestly, as much as y'all know I can't stand Toya because she does too fucking much, I don't feel like Toya did that on purpose. I feel like, we can do some shit to people or whatever, can't stand people, but when it comes to physically harming people, I don't think that none of them was gonna physically harm anybody, okay? So, to say that girl really hit your titty like that and did it on purpose, I cannot stand by that. And for you to sit in that confessional and to still, now you're attacking her character. Now you're attacking her, thing like that. Last week, that wasn't the case. This week, you sat up in that confessional and you said bullshit, okay? I understand, because I gave the same logic, that it's okay for you not to believe because y'all was not getting into y'all was getting into it, I should say. Okay, that's understandable that you can say that you had that split second, oh, she might have did it, but you know that she didn't do it on purpose because she already told you that, and then you still came to this confessional and you filmed and said that you know that the bitch did it on purpose. I don't believe that shit, okay? Nobody believed that girl gave your titty a flick on purpose. We can see how one may feel that way because y'all been beefing, so that's understandable, as I said in last week's video. But to sit there and to say that shit with a straight face, like, girl, you ain't proving a point. You proving their point that they really don't want to fuck with you right now, okay? Because you doing a little bit much, all right? And I can say that shit, that I tried to have your back last week, but this time I got to call bullshit on stuff, okay? You sitting there in your bed with your husband and talking about I ain't getting no phone call, I ain't getting no text or whatever, and then you go down there and you tell Toya that too, and I'm sitting here like, well, bitch, if you thought that she hit you on purpose because y'all wasn't fucking talking and y'all been getting into this beef and shit and y'all not cool, why the fuck would you think that the bitch gonna call you and send you a text or whatever and ask you if you're okay? If y'all not talking and y'all in this beef or whatever and y'all don't give a fuck about each other. You don't make sense, okay? Don't do that, Contessa. Don't do that, all right? I can eat crow. I can eat crow. I just did. Bitch, you had me fucked up right there. I said, girl, what? Girl, you coming off as, you know, I'm here for your story about the, bringing awareness to the breast cancer stuff and, getting yourself right or whatever. But Contessa always had ways about her that kind of threw me off. Okay. But that's why it's so easy for me to just say, bitch, you was wrong in this situation too. Okay? You was fucking wrong, bitch. That wasn't nice, okay? You don't do shit like that. Moving on from that, so Mariah and Heavenly out there, cause she tried to kiss. Bitch, let me just say this, and to another thing. As much as I try to go in on Toya, I really wasn't pissed off at Toya in that situation. This part in this episode, when Contessa came down there and tried to give her a hug and a kiss or whatever, bitch, I would have did the same thing Toya did. You won't tell me, I won't hear from the grapevine that you are accusing me of touching you on purpose and trying to injure you or whatever, and then you gonna come down like ain't nothing happened or whatever the fuck. Bitch, please, don't touch me, okay? And, Toya and her feelings over it, she has every right to be. Moving on from that, you got this whole thing between Heavenly and Mariah. They try to talk it out. Mariah comes through and, she apologizes to Quiet for even answering the question. She apologized somewhat to Heavenly, saying that she shouldn't have said what she said, or she shouldn't have broke the glass. And she said, and this is where Heavenly had things fucked up, and this is where Mariah had things fucked up with me too. Because, bitch, you broke that glass on purpose. She said she broke that glass by accident, just like Damon broke that glass by accident. Damon broke the glass by accident because the bitch was nervous because they was talking about sex, okay? He don't like talking about sex in front of everybody, and that's what it was. Mariah, you broke that glass on purpose. You took that glass, and they replayed that shit. You took that glass, and you hit it on the damn chair, okay? And you was holding it like you was finna shank somebody, bitch, okay? So come on now. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Heavenly got up and left out. And so, at this point, y'all be saying that Heavenly and Mariah really do like each other. That's why they go head and head at each other. But who fucking knows? Who fucking knows? And then another glass breaks with Jackie and next to Jackie and Mariah. So it's just like they breaking glasses, breaking dishes up in this bitch. Rihanna, where the fuck your ass at? Anyway, we in Antigua. I know you in Barbados or whatever, but bitch, it's the islands. Bitch, where the fuck your ass at? Moving on from that. So, at this point, I think Contessa and Toya comes to some type of agreement that, she said she didn't touch her on purpose and all that stuff, whatever. Moving on from there, everybody's eating, everybody's having a good time. They getting ready to do over this dinner that they had the last time, and they have this dinner. All the people are there. Contessa, I should not be able to see where your lace start, and your glue and all that stuff. It was bothering me the whole episode. Baby mama, well, you ain't my baby mama. Baby, if you gonna go ahead and you gonna try to put these new wigs on and stuff, I see you trying to, spruce it up, whatever, from your last season. Just make sure it's on right, okay? Just make sure it's on right and it's, correctly applied. I'm just saying, from a bitch that don't put that shit on my hair, I'm just saying it shouldn't be that noticeable. I'm just saying. But, moving on from that, they tried to do a little fun dinner night where it was going to be about sexual stuff, okay? And so, they asked Heavenly, what is the most friggiest thing that you ever did or something like that or whatever it is, something to that fact. And then here comes Heavenly and was like, well, Daddy like me to put it in my mouth. I said, bitch, Damon was sitting there turning all types of motherfucking red. And he's a dark-skinned brother. He was blushing so fucking hard. And he's so embarrassed and everything. And I said, well, y'all amongst friends, all of them suck dick too, okay? You can't tell me Toya don't suck dick. You can't tell me Dr. Jackie didn't put a dick up in her mouth too. You can't tell me that none of them did. Simone don't, okay? Simone don't. And see, this is where everything was going good, okay? Everything was going good. Then it get to Simone when they was like, describe your sex and all that stuff. She said, well, I think I got basic sex. Okay. And then I was sitting here like, Yeah. Remember when I said they look like Simone do missionary, okay? You know what I'm saying? She probably just lay that. She probably a pillow princess, and somebody had to remind me and say that Simone said she don't suck dick. And I guess C was okay with it, okay? Bitch, you know, it is what it is. Like Simone said, well, bitch, I've been married for 22 years and maybe the basic be custom or whatever is fine. I said, not necessarily because y'all been having issues, but okay, it is what it is. Maybe sex really wasn't, I don't know. I don't know. Can y'all stay with a person that's basic with sex? You know what I'm saying? But moving on from that, Toya gets in her feelings because she said basic. Basic. She made this whole big ordeal about her saying that her sex is basic or that she's a basic type of girl when it comes to sex and all this stuff or whoop de woo. And, you know, she's arguing her down. Eugene trying to get in the midst of it, trying to tell her you can say whatever you want. And then, you know, Toya gets on Eugene. They go over there to have a conversation. She starts crying. And I'm like, girl, what is your problem? This ain't even fucking about you. At this moment, I wasn't even here for the bullshit with Toya. I said, girl, once again, you trying to get the attention on you. And then they said, you know, in a confessional, she was just saying how Heavenly was saying how you know, bringing these the reminding her how having a trip or whatever, couples trip, retreat, it was a hard thing. And then the whole thing with Contessa, and then the thing that happened with the dinner the night before, she was just upset and overwhelmed, I guess, you know. Then she blamed it on the birth control and all that stuff, and they was in her confessions calling bullshit on that. That was funny when they was in the confessional calling bullshit on everything that she was saying about the birth control. But whatever, you know, Simone took her to go talk, and then she calmed her down. See, Eugene was confused as fuck, and then Toya comes back to the table, apologizing to Eugene, and then she even made up and sincerely apologized to, you know, Contessa, and wanted their relationship to get somewhat back to the way that they had a moment. They had a moment. Whether I felt it was genuine or not, they had a moment. I felt it was somewhat genuine on Toya's part. On Contessa's part, I think she's still holding on to some stuff. I ain't even gonna fucking lie. Okay, moving on from that. Then they start talking about something with um, you know, trying to get everything back together, and they wanted not Quad, Mariah and Heavenly and them to stop this going back and forth. She wants their relationship to just be what it is. Okay, if y'all not gonna fuck with each other, don't fuck with each other. And you know, Mariah said, "Well, I'm not gonna say nothing to Quiet or Heavenly," and it means absolutely nothing. And it was like, can you have a silent relationship where you can't say nothing? And at this point, Mariah is already feeling some type of way because she feels as though they don't call Heavenly out on her bullshit or whatever, and it's always them calling her out on her stuff. They do that, but at the end of the day, I wouldn't like, girl. Here's the thing. They said Simone literally sat there and said, you're not gonna say, I don't know if she was just directing it to Mariah, but it should have been directed to both Heavenly and her, that y'all not gonna say no slick comments, no shade, no nothing, because that's all they've been doing. All right. And Mariah gets into her feelings. When I hear slick comments, no shade or whatever, that encompasses everything. The mama jokes, the calling people bitches, talking about people marriages and all that stuff. That's what that means. So I don't feel like she truly had to differentiate and say, oh, no mama jokes. But if you're not going to talk to somebody, you're not going to say shit to them, because that's what that means. You're not going to say an absolute thing. It's not going to fucking last. And she gets in her feelings because, you know, nobody brings up, well, she can't say your mama and all this stuff. And sometimes, let me just say this, they do give Heavenly a pass. They don't call her out all the time on her shit. All right. And I don't think that's fair, because Heavenly starts a lot of stuff as well. Okay. But, you know, Mariah is one of those people that wants attention as well, okay? So she made this whole thing up about herself because nobody would say, oh, you ain't gonna tell her not to say your mama and all that stuff. Girl, shut up, okay? Shut up. Because at the end of the day, These grown women cannot tell another grown woman what not to say. That Heavenly is gonna say whatever the fuck it is that she want to say, and we already think that. They done told her time and time again, your delivery is fucked up. You're very brash, you're very harsh. You shouldn't be saying your mom and all this stuff all the time. You shouldn't be calling people bitches or whatever. And what happens? She still does the same thing. So you trying to make these grown women control another grown woman? No, it's not gonna happen. You just do your part and just let the bitch sit there and look stupid as fuck, okay? So everybody can see what's going on. See how she acting, so that you not the problem, if that's the case. You know what I'm saying? Don't get up there and get in your feelings and leave talking about something. I don't feel like we fit in anymore. And then Aiden sitting there talking about something, them girls ain't your friends or whatever. Nobody here is your true friends. I'm your true friend. And I was here for Eugene for speaking up and said, if y'all gonna have a private conversation, have a private conversation to the point where we can't hear you, because I heard everything that you said. Who you talking about? I'm talking about you and your wife. I said, go off, Eugene. Eugene was over it. And at this point in time, at one point, Toya had me fucked up too, because, she was like, this was hard. And then they kept on saying, this y'all 10th anniversary. Baby, this is my 10th anniversary. Fuck that. I'm not sharing my shit with y'all. Y'all should have just had a 10th anniversary getaway for just you and Eugene, and then came back and did a couples retreat somewhere else, okay? That's what y'all should have did, so you would not have all these negative memories on your 10th anniversary. You know what I'm saying? That's what got me fucked up. But after that, they going on a boat trip that Aiden and had, put together, Aiden and Mariah, and of course everybody's okay. We got this fun scene where, Heavenly and Toya messed around and had the same clothes on or whatever. They get on the boat, everything is fine, everything is going great. Everything is going great up until Simone tells Contessa, girl, it's so glad trying to get you back into the group and welcoming you back into the circle. Okay. And she was like, since you've been gone or whatever, she was like, because I had surgery. And I even said, girl, Contessa, bitch, you ain't had to say that. I understood where Simone was coming from, okay? But Simone also pisses me off when she says this, because she's making it seem as if, the reason why Contessa has really been gone is because of Toya. And Contessa said herself, that's not even the fucking case. She literally wasn't ready to go out because she had surgery. And when she went out, look what happened. She got hurt. She got injured. Her titty swole up and all that shit. But I see what Simone is talking about when she say, bitch, you keep on putting it out there. You had surgery. You had surgery. We know you had surgery. You've been gone for 3 weeks because you had surgery. You let us know every single time that you had surgery. Okay, we get it. You're making yourself sound like a victim. I think she took a victim, but I get what she's trying to say. Okay, it's like, give me some sympathy, give me some empathy. Okay, that's what it comes off as. And they get into it, and that's how it ends. Of course, Simone like, I'm just tired of this bitch. I'm tired of this bitch. Okay, I'm tired of this bitch. Cecil was like, oh shit, here we go again. Fight number 3. Fight number 3 on day 3, bitch. And so when it comes back from the preview of next week, they gonna talk it out and they gonna be cool. It is what it is. Do y'all do this with y'all friends? Do y'all get into these real bad arguments all the goddamn time? Not just sparingly, but all the goddamn times. My ladies, do y'all do that? I know niggas probably, y'all like talk it out and it be done. And y'all be playing Madden and Xbox the next 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? But women, do y'all do this with y'all friends? Because I can't have friends where they can't, like, no, like, I just don't have the time nor the energy. Like, I'm not finna be calling you all type of bitches and shit like that, and knowing damn, and you throwing up my past and all this shit in my face every time I disagree with something that you say, or whatever. Do y'all do this? Put that in the comments how y'all is with y'all best girlfriend. It's okay to call a bitch out and to do some stuff, but to do it all the fucking time, bitch, sometimes you just gotta take a step back. All right, but that was Married to Madison. I hope y'all watched it. Y'all tell me how y'all feel, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.